Hey guys, welcome back to the Credit Crash Course. So, I wanted to make sure you understood how to actually read your credit report. But first and foremost, let's show you how to get there within the credit portal. So, once you log into the credit portal, there are all these different labels up here. You can see, like, you have the messaging. If you have something in messaging where we sent you something, you can click on this link. But this is what your credit portal looks like. So, as we go through and we are disputing stuff, you'll see items that are in dispute here, and you'll see which ones have been repaired and which ones have been deleted. So you can always see what we are doing in this area here. Plus, on top of that, your credit score is to the left here. As it goes up and changes, you will see all that here. So on the side, let's go into detailed view so we can actually see what is going on with our report. So this is a list of everything that's on your credit report. And then it shows if it's positive, it shows if it's in dispute, it shows, so that's in dispute, it shows if it's negative. So you can see everything that's on your report. But let's go back up. Let me show you how your report actually looks to us. So when you go through and go to Identity IQ, we pull it into the system. And if you hit more, you can see the detailed version of what is actually in your report for each credit bureau. Okay, so Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So when you go through that, you can see everything. If you hit show detail, you can see what type of account it is, the credit limit, it breaks it down. But if you want to pull your own report, you can do that by going to identityiq.com. And this is what your report would look like that you can pull from there. So the $22 that you pay every single month is because we're getting your information from Identity IQ. Okay. And when we pull this report, this is what your credit report looks like. It shows all three credit bureaus, the report date, your information. It also shows your current addresses, previous addresses, which we try to clean this up as much as possible so that all your past addresses are not reporting. And then we just have your current address. But either way, we try to clean that up as much as possible. So then you have your credit score. So it goes through what your current credit score is. It gives you the range. So 300 to 850, you're not at a really good credit score here. So we try to get you to 850. That'd be awesome. At least the 700s. So when you go down, the credit report is broken up by the summary. This tells you all your accounts, your closed accounts, open accounts, items that are delinquent, items that are derogatory, which is the ones we work on, and plus collections that we work on. So we're working on cleaning up your profile. So these negative pieces of information right here are at 0, right? We clean up the balances. So like all these balances are different. That means something's reporting on one, but not reporting on the other. So we go through and make sure that we're disputing that information so it's cleaned up so your profile looks as clean as possible. So when you're going down some more, so it has a summary, then we go into account history. At the very top, it's going to show you all your open accounts. So this one is the Lux credit card, shows your charge account. It shows the credit limit at $3,600, the balance at $750. It shows when it was opened in 2019. It shows when it's last reported. The last reported date is kind of like the date that your credit card reports to the credit bureaus. So if you're ever wondering, like, hey, if I get the payment in by the 20th, will that be good enough time to have it report the updated balance? So with this one, you have to get it in get it a couple of days prior. So let's just say the 28th, so that it reports the new updated balance. And that's how you can find that information. So this one is a credit card, Capital One credit card. The balance is $234. The credit limit is $600. And what I want you to see is that the date open, all these dates are different. So I'm going to show you what we do with that. So this one, it shows you all the information there, but then it also shows the payment history. So if this client was 30, 60 days, 90 days late, it would show that in these different areas with different numbers, but they had all their payments on time since they first opened it, which is awesome. And then we go into the major financial, another credit card, good status, $0 balance, credit limit at $5,000. It's awesome. This one is a telecom self-reported. So this is like your utility bills that you use to try to boost your credit. That's the same thing. And it just has the name. So it has the name, It has the information about the credit card, the payment status. Now let's keep going down after we get through. This is one where you can see 150 days late, a 120, 90 days late. It is collection. An auto loan, that's a collection. So the balance on that is 20,000. This is an item where we would work on trying to figure out if we wanted to dispute that or not. But that is something that we do look at. Don't mind my kids, y'all. So we always look at charge off and collections at the bottom, and that's what you can see here. So, you can go through your reports. The inquiries are more towards the bottom. It shows you every place that you have had an inquiry done, when it was done, who the credit bureau that they pulled was, and you can see all that information there. All right, and then if you have any public information, repos, um, not repos. If you have any public information that has been reported to Consumer Reports, they will show here. And then if you ever needed to call any of your credit bureaus, you can come down. I mean, creditors that you have. So if you've ever had to call any of your creditors or need to call any of your creditors, all that information is at the bottom here. It shows everybody who you've had an account with, their address, and their phone number. So you can call them to talk about different items on your credit report. If you ever want to do a pay for delete, you can call them directly. So that is just a breakdown of how your credit report looks. And again, with the Credit Accelerator program, we are going through and trying to get your credit profile. So this is your profile. We're trying to get your credit profile as clean as possible, plus help you figure out how to build the positive accounts, and then as we're removing the negative accounts, because we know that once your profile looks good and all these things are happening and you're showing good positive standing, that everything else will fall in line. Your credit score will start increasing. So that's what we work towards in the Credit Accelerator program. So if you're interested in that, or if you're already in it, awesome. If you're not, you can actually go to accelyourcredit.com, ACCEL, yourcredit.com, to see how the program works and what it costs to be in that. It definitely helps you get to the higher credit score. And thank you guys for tuning in. I'll talk to you in the next video.